Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm pleased to introduce Ilan Sobel, CEO of BioHarvest Sciences, to tell us more about the company today. We'll open it up to Q&A at the end. So if you have a question, you can note it at the bottom right side of your screen. And Ilan, please take it from here.
Thank you, Shachar. It's a pleasure to be here in partnering with Canaccord. Good morning, everybody. Looking forward to taking you through a very quick 20-minute journey on our company. Very exciting journey, and then we'll have 5 minutes for Q&A. So firstly, quick forward-looking statements. Give you guys all 15 seconds to quickly read through this. And let's go. So BioHarvest Sciences, at the core, we are a biotech company. We have a platform technology, which I'm going to talk about in a second, and how we're bringing that platform technology to life and executing in the marketplace. We, at the core, are the global leader in plant cell biology. There is no other company out there that is able to unlock the secrets of cellular plant biology better than us. We have 15 years experience in this industry. Our PhD plant cell biologists have all been working with us for all of them for literally 10 to 15 years. So we have enormous knowledge in this area. And as a result, with our platform technology, we are at the cutting edge of health and wellness, biotechnology, and sustainability, because sustainability is also at the core of our technology. We're a purpose-driven company, and we're changing the world. We're changing people's health and wellness on an everyday basis by really bringing the power of the plant kingdom to people. And this really is the heart of the company as we leverage the power of our platform technology to be able to leverage the power of plants to drive people's health and wellness. And we do this by bringing the next generation of science-based therapeutics to the marketplace. We have an amazingly strong IP portfolio with multiple patents, and we're addressing a massive market, and I'm going to show you how we're actually executing on that as we start to deliver real significant revenue and a path to profitability. If you look at who we are as a company, we really are defining a revolutionary biological process, which we call botanical synthesis. If you look at the world today, you have plant extraction, you have chemical synthesis, which is what the pharmaceutical companies use today, where they're producing substances using chemical reactants. It's commonly one single active component. What we do is botanical synthesis. And what we're able to do is we're able to go back to the plant, and we take the plant once, and we're able to take the cells from the plant that produce the critical phytomedicinal compounds, and we grow these cells in massive industrial scale bioreactors in a way whereby we're able to mirror all the phytomedicinal compounds, the phytonutrients in the plants, and we're also able to significantly increase the levels of the most critical phytomedicinal compounds in the plant. And we grow them in these massive industrial scale bioreactors in a way where we have really leading levels of solubility, bioavailability, and ultimately efficacy. And this technology we have developed, and we have defined this as botanical synthesis. Botanical synthesis, if you want to look it up like from a Wikipedia perspective, it's the controlled biological process that enables homogeneous production of non-GMO plant-based botanical compositions that contain both the primary and secondary metabolites without growing the plant itself. We take the plant just once, we mirror from the cells all the active phytomedicinal compounds, and then we're able to increase the significant levels. And some of the elements that are in the plant that are undesired, we're able to not include them in our final composition. And basically what we've done as a company is that scientifically we've gone back to the future. And, we were very blessed with nature giving us 500,000 different plants that we were gifted by nature. And our company has the capability to really unlock the secrets from these plants to form the future of nutrition and the next generation of therapeutic solutions. And we're also building an AI layer as we start to multiply the number of plants that we put through our system, and so that we can start to leverage the power of AI to be able to move much faster from the plant all the way through to actually producing the phytomedicinal compounds from the plants at massive industrial scale in our bioreactors. And we're leveraging this technology today across multiple segments. And you're going to see some examples of how we're executing on that today. And that goes from nutrition to nutraceuticals, cosmeceuticals, as well as pharmaceuticals. When you look at the process, we have a one-time process where we take the plant, we identify those cells, we grow those cells initially in petri dishes, we optimize the performance of the phytonutrients, we then lock a cell bank, so we never have to go back to the plant. And then basically we have a perpetual process where we move from petri dish to liquid media, starting in Erlenmeyer flask, and then moving very quickly to massive industrial scale bioreactors. The cells grow in our bioreactors for roughly 18 to 21 days. And then we harvest the cells, take the water out, and we simply dry the cells, and we're left with the final product. And I'm going to take you through an example of one of our final products, which is called VINIA. This is VINIA here. I have it in my bottle here in my hand that we sell in Israel. We are the leading dietary supplements sold online in the Israeli market, and we're taking the US market by storm. And I'm going to share with you some of the results. So then we left with the final product, and you can see here our final VINIA proposition here in a capsule. And the technology really is game-changing because we solve many of the problems that traditionally pharmaceutical companies and nutraceutical companies have. Number one, we have consistency. We're able to produce literally run after run with consistency on the phytopharmaceutical compounds. We're able to patent our compositions because what we're doing is we're actually taking nature to the next level. We have optimal bioavailability, aseptic purity based on how we grow in aseptic bioreactors, and our environmental sustainability credentials are second to none. We're consuming a fraction of the energy, the electricity, the water, and from a land perspective, it's a micro fraction of the land that one would need based on our ability to increase the levels so significantly of our phytomedicinal compounds. We've been able to demonstrate the power of our platform technology through launching our VINIA proposition at massive scale. And VINIA is based on the French paradox. The French paradox talks about the fact that French people have a very fatty diet. They have lots of pâté, lots of cheeses, lots of lipids, but they have amazing cardiovascular health. So when the scientists went to understand what is it that's driving this amazing cardiovascular health, they realized it was from moderate consumption of red wine, 2 to 3 glasses of red wine every day. And when they went deeper to understand what was inside the red wine, they realized it was from a combination of polyphenols that work together. One of the key polyphenols is called piceid resveratrol. We produce piceid resveratrol, which is the gold standard of resveratrol. Through our bioreactor systems, we're able to increase the levels by 100 times, and result, we're the only company in the world that can produce this gold standard of resveratrol at an industrial and commercial scale. No other company can produce piceid resveratrol at this level, and that's why we're the only product in the market today, in the US market today, that contains piceid resveratrol, which is the gold standard. We also have all the polyphenols working together like a symphony in an orchestra, including catechin, quercetin, anthocyanins, and tannins. We launched VINIA into the US market, took it by storm literally 24 months ago. We've recruited more than 50,000 customers. We've delivered more than $18 million of revenue. We have a 4.8 out of 5 verified rating today now from about 3,200 actual reviews. The product is really changing people's lives. We are the king of blood flow, and blood flow is such a critical part of basically our body's operating mechanism. And this is all derived by the fact that we have the ability to significantly increase arterial dilation. And this has been validated in clinical trials, double-blind, placebo, all reviewed in peer-reviewed journals, national peer-reviewed journals. And our clinical trial demonstrated that after taking 1 capsule of VINIA every single day for 90 days, we were able to increase the flow-mediated dilation of one's arteries by at least 70% versus baseline. And as a result of that increase in dilation of arteries, we're able to improve blood flow significantly. And there are many benefits that are derived from an improvement of blood flow, including basic elements like more physical energy, because you've got more oxygen and nutrients going to the body tissue, organs, and cells, more mental alertness, because there's more flow of actual blood flow going to the brain, as well as a number of other benefits that we talk about on our packaging, in our communication to consumers related to heart health, blood circulation, mental alertness, being able to maintain blood pressure within normal levels, antioxidant benefits related to reducing oxidation of LDL cholesterol and reducing oxidative damage to your cells, which is very important from a longevity perspective. And we do this through our mechanism of action is really because we're able to increase the nitric oxide levels. And nitric oxide is an important part of the vasodilation of our arteries. And what we're also able to do, we have a double mechanism of action, is we reduce the ET1. ET1 is very bad for us. As we get older, our body produces more ET1. ET1 acts as a vasoconstrictor. And VINIA, when it actually gets into the endothelial cells that line our arteries, it reduces the bad stuff, which is ET1, and improves the good stuff, which is nitric oxide. So with this strong, clinically backed product in the marketplace, we've really achieved some major milestones. In August, we delivered our first $1 million in revenue, and that was from one SKU. Ladies and gentlemen, one SKU in the marketplace. And we've had significant momentum following August, where every month is a record month as we scale the business dramatically. Our business we built an e-commerce machine in order to show the power of our platform technology. And this e-commerce machine has enabled us, combined with the strong science-backed credentials of our product, to have a business that is 93% subscription, so massive recurring revenue business. It's great to wake up in the morning and you see that cash that goes into the business from recurring revenue. We also have 95% of our business is on subscriptions that are 3 months or more. So you can see how when we started in Q3 21, we had a large proportion of our subscriptions in 1 month. We've now moved 71% of our subscriptions are 3 months. Subscribers, 3 months recurring. We're 13%, which are 12 months, 11% that are 6 months. So, this just demonstrates the stickiness of the product. And we have probably one of the lowest churn rates in the industry. Now we're moving from one SKU to 10 SKUs as we start to bring the power of our VINIA proposition to Americans and Canadians, which are the key markets that we're focused on right now. We will move on to Europe and Japan and China in the future, but we're starting to bring this to consumers in delivery mechanisms that have massive, massive scale. And in doing that, we're going to go from one category to 5 categories. And we're leveraging our superior science, superior efficacy, and from a taste perspective, VINIA works amazingly well from an organoleptic sensorial perspective when you combine it with other products. And this is going to drive massive category disruption. And we're focusing on 3 major delivery mechanisms. We have a hot beverage strategy where we're launching literally in 2 days' time. We will be launching VINIA Superfood Coffee. We'll be launching in Keurig pods in the US marketplace, focusing on a superior energy and alertness. And this is the massive, massive category, top 5 category for Amazon, including in the future hot teas as well, a green tea and a black tea. We will be launching to the snack market with a direct-to-consumer nutraceutical protein bar focused on recovery, and then going into hydration, which again is a massive market in the US. Each one of our propositions will be anchored in having 400 milligrams of VINIA and all the benefits of our pie seed resveratrol and other polyphenols combined with other critical elements. So in the protein bar, it's combined with 15 grams of protein. In the case of hydration, you'll see we'll be combining this with unique electrolytes. Just to give you some perspective, this is the packaging. You can see premium packaging that we're going into the marketplace with coffee. Our coffee is very, very unique. because, you know, we're focused on decaf. We believe that decaf is a major space for us. It's a huge market in the US. Decaf, people obviously, they don't want the jitters or the crash from caffeine, but everybody needs energy in their life. Put your hand up out there if you don't need more physical energy and mental alertness. Now those decaf drinkers can get physical energy and mental alertness through blood flow, increasing blood flow by us combining VINIA into the coffee pod with an amazing tasting coffee experience. All of our coffee products have been quantitative taste tested and tested versus market leaders, and we've beaten those market leaders in blind taste testing. So we're not just coming with the functional efficacy, but we're also coming with the consumer marketing credentials to have literally a superior tasting proposition. This is the decaf. We also use Swiss water decaf, chemical-free process as far as extracting the decaf, which is very, very important based on the functionality of our proposition and our commitment to deliver the best products to consumers. We will also be launching a regular coffee. The regular coffee, we will be, as a result of the unique bioavailability of our product and the fact that VINIA lasts in your body for 12 hours. So you get like a sustained release. So you'll get your caffeine kick, and then you'll get a sustained release, so giving you energy throughout the day. The hydration area is another area, and I'm in fact in Atlanta right now, finalizing the product development of a hydration product, where we're going up against giants like Liquid IV, that's owned by Unilever, that's $1 billion business. LMNT, also a major business in the US. I'm sure many of you have seen this. $500, $600 million business. Liquid IV, 68% sugar on their core products. LMNT, 80% salt. We're going to be landing with a very, very strong proposition, which is going to be delivering a superior proposition as it relates to, again, giving you that energy and hydration with 400 milligrams of VINIA, organic electrolytes. And then we've developed micronized magnesium that when it reacts with the water, it produces hydrogen. And that's going to, again, add to the delivery from a recovery and performance perspective. And we are about to start a massive clinical trial in January to be able to put behind this product as we bring it to the market next year. Just some of the flavor systems. We also have olive cells that's in our pipeline to be launched next year. Our olive cells have some of the highest levels in the world of verboscoside glycoside. Verboscoside, look it up. It's the most potent anti-inflammatory polyphenol in the world. And our company at this stage, from what we've reviewed, has the highest levels of verboscoside in our product. It is a glycoside, so it has amazing solubility and bioavailability. And together with the other polyphenols, we'll be targeting non-alcoholic fatty liver disease opportunities in the US, 25% of the US population, cholesterol management and arthritic health. And we also have pomegranate cells in our pipeline. So wrapping up, what you see here as from a basically opportunity and company perspective is a company whose technology that we refer to as Botanical Synthesis, we're driving a massive movement of change in the world. The world today cannot rely just on chemical synthesis, and we've seen this with many therapeutic solutions not delivering on major indications, leveraging literally synthesized compounds in a lab. We have to go back to the plants. Chemical synthesis started with the plants. Pharma companies moved away from plants because they couldn't get the patents and they couldn't get the consistency, so they went to the lab. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we after 15 years of pioneering R&D, $70 million of investment, we have now developed a platform technology and the products that have been executed in the marketplace, delivering this, demonstrating the success and credibility of our platform technology to be able to really bring botanical synthesis as a movement of change, to be able to impact everything from pharmaceuticals, cosmeceuticals, nutraceuticals, as I've demonstrated, and food nutrition, as I've demonstrated. So we have a validated platform technology. What we do, as I said in summary, we mirror nature, but also increase the levels of phytonutrients and take out the undesired elements. It's a platform that's applicable for superior food nutrition to next generation of science-based therapeutic solutions. We have unmatched sustainability credentials. And we've had massive commercial success in the marketplace. As I've shared, yesterday we announced our Q3 numbers. We delivered revenues of $3.25 million in the quarter. And we've given guidance for this quarter, as in Q4, of $4.2 to $4.5 million in revenue. What we say we deliver. We're a company that gives guidance, and we've always delivered on our guidance, and we're delivering on our quarterly guidance here, quarter after quarter. We're in a massive growth phase. We just raised 11.78 million Canadian dollars to fuel our expansion. Obviously, doing that in a very challenging market, and we were successful in raising that money because we have investors that believe in our technology and have confidence in the leadership of the company. We have an exciting pipeline of products with our superfood coffee being launched as I speak in the next 48 hours. I'll be appearing on the Mike Huckabee show to launch this to American viewers. And we have an exciting pipeline to follow, including geographic expansion to Canada in the first half of next year. We have received our regulatory approval by Health Canada, which is a very challenging task, with also the ability to make significant claims around our product, which is backed by our science, which has been approved by Health Canada. So I will stop now, Shachar. You've got 5 minutes to ask me questions. You're on mute. You got to go off mute.
Sorry, you're right. Thank you, Ilan. A couple of questions. In the presentation, you mentioned sort of the next botanicals that you're gonna launch or plan to launch and develop products around. Can you maybe expand a little bit about those that are already in the pipeline, and also refer to the way in your strategy on how to choose the next botanical group to tackle?
So it's a great question. So we started off with red grape cells, and the focus of red grape cells was cardiovascular health, all anchored in basically the French paradox. And we've seen just amazing success around VINIA's ability to address a number of cardiovascular health and wellness opportunities in the marketplace. And that's why we're just seeing such amazing success from this product, which really is becoming the king of blood flow in the American market, because of its just unique ability to drive blood flow. And as I said, blood flow is just such a critical part of our body's operating mechanism. No blood flow, no quality of life. Better blood flow gives you better life. So as we move to think about the next phase, we wanted to leverage a couple of elements. Firstly, to go after a space which was massive, and liver health is liver health, cholesterol health, and arthritic health are probably the three biggest areas outside of cardiovascular health. And so we then zeroed in and understanding the benefits of the Mediterranean diet, okay, as it relates to cholesterol management, as it relates to cholesterol health, as it relates to liver health. We then started to work on olives, because all the unique polyphenols that the olives have. And obviously people, olive oil is important, but there's so much olive oil that you can actually consume, and the calories are so high. So when we then take the unique polyphenols that are in the olive oil, and we're actually able to dramatically increase them, and in the case of verbascoside, we get the verbascoside from different parts of the actual olive plant. We went down that path, and we'll be launching our olive proposition in the marketplace in the second half of next year, focusing on, as I said, liver health, cholesterol health, and basically arthritic health. And these are multi-billion-dollar areas, and we believe we'll be able to replicate the success that we're having with VINIA today. We have a 20-ton facility in Israel now that we're closely maxing out on capacity, and we have a focused plan to increase the capacity of that facility. And also, obviously, global expansion is important, and we'll be working on an additional facility on an international level, which we'll be talking about shortly to our shareholders as a major focus for us in the next 24 months. The other area we're focusing on, Shachar, is in the area of basically brain health, which is where pomegranate cells come in, and we have a very unique proposition there as well. So we're trying to leverage the power of the plant kingdom, focusing on indications today, or areas of health and wellness management that are so big. These are such big revenue opportunities where we believe we can come in with massive disruption, given the uniqueness of our compositions, backed by clinical science studies, and obviously demonstrating our ability to execute, leveraging the power of our e-commerce machine and our route to market that we have.
Okay, great. We have less than 1 minute, so maybe a quick question. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit more about your profit margins and scalability of your platform. Basically, sort of explain how you scaled so far and sort of what are the margins today, gross margins, and what do you expect them to be in the
sure.
future
So
when you're a little bit bigger?
the timing is good. Yesterday in our announcement to our shareholder partners, we shared in our results for the third quarter how our GP is now at 45%. We've increased that GP from 18% the same time in 2022 to 45% for the third quarter. We have a very focused plan looking at basically turning the screws on every part of our end-to-end value chain, where the business is now at a level of maturity that we understand costs, we're able to manage costs, we're able to optimize, and through a number of initiatives where we will take that GP from a 45% to north of 60% over the next 6 to 9 months, and then you start to see a very, very profitable business. And our intention is to get to profitability, to get to a profitability on EBITDA level in the first quarter of next year, and we're getting pretty damn close. Starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel is very inspiring, and we have a very clear plan to execute on this as we leverage the power of scale, as we leverage the power of technology that we bring into the business to improve yields, and then just doing what every business needs to do to manage cost in the business and to be more efficient in the supply chain, all the way through from our marketing efficiency, where every quarter we've improved our marketing efficiency. We have, I would say, one of the lowest cost of acquisitions in the industry from a nutraceutical perspective based on our route to market. And I'm happy to talk more about that to investors in follow-up questions that they may have. But yeah, that's a very clear path to GP above 60% and then moving to profitability. And it starts to become, as you scale the business, a highly, highly profitable business. If there's any other questions, Shachar, investors can contact me, Ilan, I-L-A-N, at bioharvest.com, or Justin at bioharvest.com, Justin at bioharvest.com. Justin heads up our investor relations team, and we'll be happy to answer any other questions that the Canaccord members here have. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Ilan, for a great presentation. We're out of time for today, so hope to see you next time in our next conference.
Look forward to all the follow-up.